In this new economy where AI is becoming a huge part of what everyone's doing, believe it or not, most people are using AI every single day now or multiple times a day. What you'll find is that people are now wanting to investigate things more than they did 5 years ago. So they're going to look at your profile, mostly social media. We're finding YouTube analytics is the big one. They're looking at YouTube, they're looking at your LinkedIn profile. They might scout your website to make sure it ticks a box, but people want to make sure that you are real. Hey there, expert. If you're a consultant looking to grow your practice to 500K and beyond, then this masterclass is a preview into some of the strategies and tactics we teach our experts around sales, marketing, and how to create high converting offers and delivery system so they can enjoy more profit without sacrificing their lifestyle. Now, if you like this session, please give us a like, a subscribe, or even comment, as every bit of engagement helps get this message out to more people. Anyway, enjoy the masterclass, and we hope to see you in person, on a call, or at one of our events soon. What I noticed is that whenever somebody does the model work, they're articulating what they do, they're demonstrating how they do it, they differentiate. The next step is to get your message into your marketplace to generate interest. Easily the first thing that we want to do, the biggest advantage that we have is to make sure that we focus on the first type of marketing that is incredibly important, that 80% of people do not put into place consistently or frequently because they're worried about a number of things, and that is active marketing. That is how often you ask your audience if they would like to take action on something that you've got, invite them to something that you're running, or literally just from time to time promote something that is of value. So what we do is we know that the more offers that you make, the more interest you will get, or at least the more engagement you will get. The easiest form of engagement in your marketplace is to ask a lot of questions. So I can do that one-on-one. I can message Catherine, I can message Anthony, I can message Beth, I can message Derek, I can message Rob, and I'll get one-on-one engagement. One-on-one engagement. It's not necessarily going to change the world, but it's better than what 90% of the marketplace do, which is they stay passive. They have a profile, they have an idea, they got a business, they got a model, and they just hope people find them. And often it's slow going. So what I found is that that's really important, but over time, if all you do is you are active, what you'll end up finding in LinkedIn is that people will start to come to your profile. They'll start to come to your profile. They'll start to look at what you do. And if your profile is literally a lovely optimized profile and it looks really good, but you've never posted something, there's nothing of value in your profile apart from the featured section in your LinkedIn profile, or your experience has been optimized. It's kind of like having a store where the shop front looks really good. It gets you to the store, you open the door and there's nothing in the store. It kind of looks weird, and it sort of starts to break the trust of your market, right? People are kind of go, well, I don't know. The intangible part of your business, like years ago, we would say, just be active, be active, be active. In this new economy where AI is becoming a huge part of what everyone's doing, believe it or not, most people are using AI every single day now or multiple times a day. What you'll find is that people are now wanting to investigate things more than they did 5 years ago. So they're going to look at your profile, mostly social media. We're finding YouTube analytics is the big one. They're looking at YouTube. They're looking at your LinkedIn profile. They might scout your website to make sure it ticks a box. But people want to make sure that you are real. And so if you do a lot of the active stuff, it's going to get people's attention, which is great, tick. But we need to also talk about the next part, which is passive. It's how you build a brand. It's what people think about you, say about you, and know about you. It's what people think about you, speak about you, and know about you. So if somebody came across your brand and they consumed your content, or they saw you, Kate, out there talking on a podcast, or Tim, they were listening to a video that you put out on your particular topic, what would they think about what you're saying? What would they say about you? Would they speak about you? And what would they know about you? And ultimately, what passive marketing is, it's a process upon which you condition your marketplace over time. We call it brand equity, to get people to know, say, and think the way that you want them to know, say, and think. And what most people do is they don't do it because it's what I call a long tail strategy. You can create content today, you'll get 10 viewers, 20 viewers, 30 viewers, but ultimately, it doesn't lead necessarily directly to someone who says, oh, I watched your content, Beth, and as a result, I bought your program. It invariably doesn't happen as simply as that. But what I've come to know in the world of marketing is that I just want to show you, for as big as our brand is on LinkedIn, one of the things I've just made an effort on is starting to put some stuff on YouTube. Okay, and when I started to put some stuff on YouTube, I created a little channel, and what I've done is I just take some of the stuff from these masterclasses and I put them onto YouTube. So a little baby version of it. And some of my posts have 228 views, 120 views, 700 views, 87 views, 147 views, 398 views. I run sort of like, I got testimonials on there. I run little shorts where, it's like Instagram, where my team just does this up. I've got some do 1,000 views, some do 168 views, some do 2,000 views. And I want you to see something clearly now. Check out this. For everybody here listening thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to be this amazing influencer and I've got to have 1,000 people who like my page. I have about 1,000 people subscribed to my YouTube channel. Look, let me give you an example. You'll never grow your business if you never make an offer, because guess what? No one knows you. No one's going to say yes. People will not show interest unless you ask. Now, when you do ask, you open yourself up to scrutiny, right? And what does that mean? You open yourself up to people telling you to piss off as much as people telling you, oh my God, great timing, let's have a chat. You open yourself up to people who will tell you that you are a spammer and that you should stop growing your business and that you're worthless and that you're if I go to my Facebook ads and I look at some of the comments, it's everything short of derogatory, insulting, whatever, you name it. So if you don't have a thick skin, you should probably you need to work on that part of yourself, right? You got it. So that's me. 133 views, 3 likes. I don't know, whatever, I don't care. Now look at this one. Just this one. Let's look at this. 2,000 views. Likes, 1 comment. Well, don't I feel shit? My AI quote with a background that's generically outperformed the real runner. Well, I quit, I'm retiring, and AI is taking over. But what I want to say to you though is that isn't that a pretty interesting little insight? That most of us, we worry about what people think and we painfully look at what we're going to say and we put hours into creating this perfect room and this camera and this content, and all of a sudden you realize that, well, actually, I don't even need to be in the video. I don't even need to speak. I just need a quote that I've come up with, and then you just promote it. I get more engagement off these quotes than I do of some of my actual live stuff. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you from creating content and engaging? Like right now, it's never been easier to create content and get in front of your perfect future customers. Like, I can't tell you, if I go back to this page, I can look at the fact that some people will say, well, Rana, I would, if I looked at my videos, I would actually look at this and I would say, well, with 228 views, I'm probably going to quit because it's crap. Like, I could get more on LinkedIn, so why would I bother? 87 views 2 weeks ago, I'm a failure. Like, that's a terrible thing. That's embarrassing, because some of the people out there or some of my friends get 3,000 views. So I suck, so I must just stop. But what I want to also let you know is, do you know the amount of people who come to me and when I talk to them on a sales call, go, yeah, I've watched a few of your YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, okay. Because what they're doing, I've found, and maybe some of you can attest to this, is that they'll hear about us via LinkedIn or maybe a referral or a friend. And before they come to book a call with me, what do you think they do? They go to YouTube, they go to LinkedIn, they go to my website. Website's pretty, it's old. I reckon websites are dead. Honestly, in the next 5 years, there'll be no websites. The website will be a curated live content page of everything you've done and everything you create. So it's going to really expose people who aren't creating. So what it will do is it'll customize the website to every person that comes to the page, because AI will know your preferences, what you love, what you don't love, how you like to listen, how you like to view content, whether you have a high attention span, a low attention span, whether you like educational, insightful, entertainment, and it will curate all of the content you've got and create a page. So when Beth comes to my page, it'll be an experience for Beth. When Tim comes to my page, it'll be an experience for Tim. That's what's going to happen. Because because right now what's happening is that people are going and checking you out before they come to you. And if you do not have content and you don't have engagement on it, whether it's even a couple of hundred people liking it, not only do you miss the ability to get market trends, you actually miss the ability to see what is trending, what topics your audience loves, where the engagement is a signal. All of these things are a signal that ultimately are pointing you to your success. So if you're not creating content, you are missing out on all of these things. And content doesn't need to take hours. I've just shown you one was created using an AI tool in probably less than 10 seconds. So what's your reason? So let's just open this up for a second. How often per month, how many pieces of content would you create? This is not I create 1 million pieces. I'm just interested. And where do you get the most engagement? What platform do you get the most engagement on? So how often do you create content, and what platform do you get the most engagement on? Sorry, when I say platform, not just LinkedIn and but I should say what media. Is it text? Is it video? What do you create? What's easy for you? In the chat, let's open it up. How often do you create content? What medium do you use to create content, and where do you get the most engagement? So how often, what medium, what platform? For a month, mainly video, some text. Awesome. Okay. Anthony, nice. 5 days a week on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. 2 to 3 times a week, written LinkedIn post. So keep it coming, guys. How about the rest of you? I'm just curious. What's really important is that, does anyone like creating content? Who enjoys it? Who enjoys creating content? Who loves it? Maybe everyone give me a score out of 10. 10 being absolutely love it. 1 being it's just a bit of a pain in the butt. Don't really enjoy it. Where are you in the middle? 1s, 10s, minus 500, Kate. Love it now. Took a while. Yeah. What do you reckon the sticking point is for you creating content? Like, why do you reckon, why do you hate it? Why do you sort of have a love-hate relationship with it? What is it that stops you creating content? What is it? What do you reckon it is? Is it coming up with the idea? Is it worrying about what people think when you got it? Is it it just takes too long? Is it sometimes you just don't feel it? What is it? Yep. Time is an issue. Cool. Yep. Don't have a strategy for it. Don't want to be part of the Me Too crowd. Yeah. So one thing I'd like to say to each and every one of you is the thing that maybe could help reframe a lot of this. I like to kind of create a better story in my mind around content. Is that there's two pieces of content that I'd like you to think of creating. Every single day, you're doing something, right? So the easiest thing to do is to 1, create. That's normally if you feel like it. And 2 is to document, right? Create what you feel, document what you do. The easiest way to create content is to, if you feel it, to create it. I manufacture the feeling, and I have a couple of ways to do that. Documentation is easy because it's a great example of documentation is exactly what I'm doing now. Like most of you would be doing coaching calls. Most of you would be doing some kind of online training. Most of it's recorded. You could take out the client part and just talk and just capture that IP. That is a piece of content. Done. Creation comes down to, I think, feeling. So I think creation comes down to feeling. And the thing for me is people say, what's your strategy? What's your strategy? What's your strategy? I kind of have it like I break it up into 2 sections, right? What I would call a personal post and a professional post. If we really want to simplify it, professional post, personal post. So let's just look at it like this. If you draw it down and you go, here is my personal stuff, here is my professional stuff. And by the way, we have a lot of content on how to create content, and that's fine. If you need that, just comment in the arena or make a comment below. We can give you some more links to that. But ultimately, I think personal is some of the stuff that makes you, you. So it's basically what I call behind the scenes, and it's all about your value. People are attracted to people who are attractive. So you should just post. People, oh, it's not professional. It doesn't matter. If you love to do handstands, let people know. If you love to cook, let people know. If you love to go car racing, let people know. If you love, just share your values to add value. First thing, people love to know that you're a real human being doing real human things. People are attracted to it. People want to be attracted to the person that they want to buy into. Yeah, everywhere. Okay, I don't have a LinkedIn strategy and a Facebook strategy and an Instagram strategy. I have one strategy, and that is I create or I document and I share it across everything. That's just me. I don't really care what, I think you'll get a lot more engagement. You will get more engagement sharing this stuff every single time. If it's all just boring business, people are like, yep, okay, we get it, but you won't get as much. Like, I'll do a post on how to generate leads on LinkedIn. I'll get 0 crickets. I'll look at the analytics. I'll get just as much views, but no one will comment on it. I'll do a post on my birthday, or I'll do a post on, looking after my niece. bang, 50, 60, 70 pieces of engagement. You can link it back to being in business, but you don't have to worry about it all the time. Just take it easy. Be a real human being. Professional stuff, I believe, is about sharing. Professional stuff is about sharing, not behind the scenes, but you can actually share. You can document, right? And you can educate. So document and educate. Document what you do. Here is how I do things, and here is what you need to do. So here is how I do things, here is how it works, here is how to do this, here is how I do this, here is how I, and the other one is what you. Two, here's how I do this thing to get this result. Here's what you can do if you want to do this thing and get this result. 2 types, easy, simple, done. There you go, there's your strategy. Stop making excuses and you can go get it done. And if you just think about it like this, 2, 2, 1 is a really good ratio, 2 to 1. Hey, if you're enjoying what you're hearing so far, please like, subscribe, and comment. Getting this out to more people is why we do it, and hearing from you makes it all worthwhile. So please let us know. And by the way, if you'd like more information about the Expert Project, head on over to expertproject.com/launch, where you can tell us a bit more about your business, what you might be needing, how we might be able to help, and book a call with one of our team so we can help you grow your consulting business today. I don't know how many people click on a post and look at a photo of me on Facebook and go, oh great, I want to buy your stuff. It's just about keeping people's attention in your direction. So I would rather somebody look at what you do and go, oh, I love that. Like, Kate's such a great mum. That's so good. And that gives you more credibility in the eyes of some of your clients who are mums as well. You don't know how it makes people feel or affects them, because people want to know that you're a real person. I used to worry about it. I used to worry about, oh, if people see me, driving a nice car, they'll think that, oh, Rana, you're a, I'm not going to give him any business because he already drives a nice car. Oh, he has a good watch. Oh, I don't want to give him business because he's got a good watch. Well, would you rather the person who helps you drives a shit car, has a shit watch, doesn't have a good lifestyle? I mean, I like to look at people, and I believe people are a signal. I'm not saying that you have to have a nice car for me to do business with you, but I also look at people and I go, I really like the way that guy lives. I like the way that guy, I like his values. I don't judge people. If people judge me on the fact that I drive a car, or I'm doing this, or I'm going on holiday, or I'm flying in business class, that's not my problem. You send a signal to your marketplace, and the people who are interested will come, and the people who aren't interested won't, and that's fine. But the best thing I believe you can be is yourself. And I've just made that commitment over the last few years that I just am going to be more me, and that's easier, right? It's easier. If people don't like you because you drop the occasional F-bomb or you drive a nice car, well, no, you're not my people. So what I look at is, I just think we have to be like that, right? That's the game. So why don't we do this? Rather than make this about me chatting for an hour, I want to create some content together that we can use, right? If that's cool with you. So what I'm going to ask is, I'm going to ask you to pull up, whether you use Claude, whether you use ChatGPT, whether you use whatever. I'm going to ask you to just get that ready in front of you, and we're going to do a couple of little things, right? We're going to do. I'm going to give you some examples of how simple this can be. And we're going to create 2 types of content today. But while you're doing that, Vorno, I'm going to segue to you for a second, because we've been experimenting. We're building something pretty cool. For those of you who are coming to the summit in June, you're going to be blown away by some of the stuff that we're working on. But Vorno, do you want to just give people a bit of a listen to a couple of things that we're creating? I know you've shown a few people some of the content that we've been building and experimenting with, but this is another example of the kind of content that you can create, because times are changing really fast. So Vorno, do you want to jump on the screen? You want to share some of that?
Yeah, man, I sure do. Look, we're having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. working on this as a bit of a behind the scenes project to be able to accelerate my own content and what we're doing as well. What would actually be super helpful? Does somebody have a piece of written content there, like a short article you could just copy and paste into the chat for me? And I'll show you something that I've been building the last couple of weeks. If you've got a short piece of written content, someone just copy and paste it in the chat. I don't care how good you think it is. Just give me a block of text, and I'll do a fun thing here. Because I think what Ran said earlier, like being able to. Oh, here we go. Good stuff. Oh, great, Catherine. Thank you. What Ran said earlier around the AI piece gets more engagement than some of the original content. I think authenticity comes to your voice inside of your content. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be you physically that is there. So let's have a look at this. Rans, just a quick check. Do you want me to show them the platform using this on, or just generate? Do we want to keep
just generate for now, because it's not just one platform. It's a mix of many that are going to be building it. But we can talk people through the platforms. You can let people. It's a company called. If you want to show it, it's fine. But it's not as simple as like. There's a lot of work that goes into training it. But yeah, it's what's it called? Like 11 Labs.
Yeah. Let me share this with you guys. Hang on, it was playing. Sharing 11. Oh, audio. I need to give you audio. Sorry, I'm such a. You think I know how technology works? All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen here. I have copy and pasted in Catherine's piece. I just took out the CTA and the hook and the loop. Let's have a listen here at what this. Hopefully you guys can hear this loud and clear.
Hey experts, welcome to the future of content creation. Visibility isn't vanity, it's leadership. Being seen isn't about ego, it's about effectiveness. In my coaching sessions, I often meet brilliant professionals, particularly women here, who downplay their presence. They think, I'll get promoted if I just work harder. They'll notice me eventually, but visibility isn't vanity. It's leadership in motion. If you want to lead, people have to know who you are, not just what you do. Building your personal brand inside the company and beyond isn't optional anymore. It's essential. Are you ready to be known for your leadership, not just your loyalty?
Now, this is version 1. I can speed it up. I can take out the R's, like those R's and ums are generated by the system. So I can speed that up. I can give it more variance. I can give it more exaggeration inside of what it's doing. But that was literally, I copy and pasted that. And now I have a piece of audio that I can plug in to a graphic, into a simple still frame. I could generate off the back of that. Catherine shared a photo, like a version 1, into the arena of a static image that she took, and it added a face to it. I could take this now, I could plug this into another platform, and it could be talking Vaughn. So it could stand in front of you, it would speak that out and talk that to you as though it was here. And yeah, that's the quality and the capability of what's available out there. Now, my capacity to create content is huge. Like, I sound like a 16-year-old American cheerleader. My ability to create content at scale is absolutely massive. And even for generating this, like, I can take a piece of content that Rana's created, transcribe it, put it into my voice using a different platform, copy and paste that text into here, give my voice to it, and move it across. So you still need to have a strategy. You need to have a bigger plan on how this is going to play out. It isn't just I've got a thing, click, it's going to work. There's a lot that goes in behind the scenes, and that's what we're working on at the moment, so we can show you the best pathway from go to woe. But But yeah, nice and simple. The upward inflection makes me sound unsure, or does it make me sound like I'm from New Zealand? Kate, if I just say, at the end of my sentence, if I speak up at the end of every line, do I sound unsure, or do I just sound like I'm a Kiwi? So you can have different plays on that. I can do that multilingual. So now I can reach an audience in South America. I can reach an audience in America because I can translate myself to Americanese. I can reach an audience in Germany, in French, like wherever in France, sorry, but in French. So the possibilities are absolutely limitless inside of that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Derek says, what does it all mean from a content volume and overwhelm perspective when everyone is delivering content at scale? The reality is, Derek, people are not delivering content at scale, and people are not doing it as much as you think. So I always believe I would rather, what problem do we want to have? I often optimize for problems. I would rather have a problem where my content is prolific and overwhelming and blah, 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 and I'll solve that problem than being too passive and not being involved in the game that is now a fusion of AI and thought leadership. So often we stop doing things because we're worried about things that don't exist yet, because someone else is going to be doing it. So, but here's what I want to do. Today, rather than us just conceptualize content, I'd love you to pick up a piece of your content. We're going to grab a document. We're going to do an exercise. So, jumping up on the screen, I'd love you all to just think of a topic. So, in 30 seconds, what's a topic that's important to you right now, either personally or professionally? What's a topic? In the chat, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Topic that's easy for you, like that is personally or professionally important to you right now. It could be a word, it could be a sentence. What is it? And I might type in the influence. Great, Beth. What's a word? Lack of focus and follow through. Brilliant. Love that, Derek. Cool. Body language, Tim. Perfect. So anyone else want to share? Or no one can find a topic? What's the topic? You need a topic to play the game. Continuing when the going gets tough. Yes. Brilliant. Leadership. Great, Catherine. So what I'd like us to do is I'd like you to grab a piece of paper. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Borno, I think I've got a timer here, 5 minutes. I do have a timer here. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. And what I'd like you to do, everybody, is you're going to write for 5 minutes. Now, you're not going to stop. There's a couple of rules. One, you're not going to use backspace. You're not going to be able to delete anything. You're going to write. You're going to turn off all your distractions, and for 5 minutes, you are just going to write on that topic. Wherever it goes, however it sounds, whatever stories come up, whatever dumb words come up, you're going to write everything that pops into your head for 5 minutes. Just let me know, got it, if you've got it in the chat. Just want to make sure. We're all good? Got it? Got it, got it, got it? Perfect. Your topic, 5 minutes on the clock. I'll shut up. Here is the timer. Let's go. Five minutes, eh? How about that? So, who found that hard in the chat or easy? How'd you find that? Hard, easy? What do you reckon? Cool. Great. Lots of spelling mistakes. Great. Half the grammar I did didn't even make sense. Easy-ish. Perfect. So what I'd like you to do is you're going to go into your little AI. This is just for fun. This is an experiment, right? Like just this, let's just work with it. You're going to go into your AI. I use Claude, and then you're going to say, you're going to add this little prompt just for fun. So you can take that, pop it into Claude. And then what I'd like you to do is you put it in there, and underneath it, you can take the thing that you wrote, and you can copy it in and paste it under it. So it should look like that. Please turn this thing, free writing, into a 200 to 300 word social post. No emojis or hashtags, please. I'd like to make the post reflect my voice and style whilst being insightful and engaging to the reader. The first sentence should also be a good hook to get the reader in. Can you help me with that, please? Bang. I took something that I just wrote, just literally then, and I popped it in, and then I'm going to press go. And it will turn it into something that will be, I believe, probably 80% good. I probably would change it, no doubt, a little bit, because it's not necessarily like it's going to be good for me. Now, see, notice this is the thing with AI. It hasn't done what I've asked and made it a 200-minute. I'd say, can you expand this to make a 200 to 300 word post? Right, so now it will do it. So it just needed a bit of a push. So if I read this out, and I don't necessarily, but I could say, great. Now, who's done that, by the way? Who's put that in and got a post in their AI tool, whatever they use? Just let me know if you've got it or not. Great, beautiful, nice. So who else has got? I wrote mine, so I'm just typing it in now. Okay. Beth, it's gone old school pen. Pen AI. I'm sure there's an AI for that. Anyone else? How's everyone else? Anthony, Derek, Kate, Rob, Tim, how are you guys going? Is it in there? Of course you do. But what I would be interested to know is, I don't know, but the prompt changes the output. So what I'd like you to do, or anyone, is just use it and let's see. Perfect. When old school and use a pen. Okay, no worries. You've used a pen. You could try it later. Now, what I'd like you to do is, I often think about this like raw ingredients. Think of it like clay. This is not finished, and this is by no means good enough, I believe. Maybe yours is, maybe you're happy with it. But what I like to do is start to experiment. Okay, so I would say underneath it, who do you help? And what do you help them with? So who? Can you make this post more relevant to coaches or consultants who are looking to grow their practice? So you just add a little bit, you add a little bit in there, and you would change it up. Okay, ready? So if I do that, I'm always experimenting. Let's have a look. And it will change it. So now what it does is it just takes a value or a concept and it makes it realistic to my audience, right? So now I've got something that's a little bit more tailored to the people that I want to speak with, right? I don't use words that it uses, but for now, that's great. So what we're going to do is what I would like you, if you're cool with this, the next step, because everyone says, oh yeah, I use prompts, I've been doing it for ages. I get it, me too. But here's what most people don't do, is they probably don't do the second half of this, right? Which is, can you turn this into a simple video script with 3 key points, with the following structure: an intro, hook, 3 key points, and lessons, an outro with a call to action, right? So then you do that, and what it will do, it'll just come up with a little script, right? So I don't necessarily, that it's going to come up with something really long, massive. That's what's normally going to happen. Fantastic. I don't necessarily want to go through and read that. So I say, I don't want to have a script, just some dot points I can quickly learn and shoot a 3-minute video with, right? So I've given it. So what I've done there is I've gone through and I've got a little script, right? I've got a little, right, I can send you these. Right. And I want you all to have a script. All to have a script. So as soon as you've got a script, like this basic script, I'd like you to just say, got it. Got it. Let me know you've got it. Tim's got it. Perfect. Who else has got it? Cool. So what I'd love you to do now is we're going to add the part of you that is like, oh, I'm not ready, the video, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stuff it up. So this is the barrier between 90% of people. They go, oh, well, I've got a text, I'll just do it a text. And text is easy. Everyone can do a text. I can copy, I can be as smart as all of you in a second using AI. The difference between you and the other guy's probably doing video. Now, and it's probably real video at this point. So what I'd love you to do, you got 5 minutes, right? Feel the resistance and do it anyway. I'm going to get you to, I'll shut up for 3 minutes. You've got a script in front of you. You're going to pick up a camera. You're going to look at the camera. No one's going to see it. It's not going to be set, like you're not going to be able to like, no one's going to judge it. But what I'd like you to do is take that script, look at the intro, have a look at a couple of those points. Who cares if you don't get all the points right? You know enough about your topic to riff for about 3 minutes. And what I'd like to do is then bang, click it, listen to it, and let's go. Do a 3-minute video using your phone, and then we'll show you what you can do next with it, right? So who's cool with that? 3-minute video, just a little on their topic, 3 minutes. Everyone cool? Yep, Rob's cool. Anthony, how about you? Beth, Catherine, Tim, you guys good? Derek, yep, cool. I'll shut up. 3 minutes. When you're done, just say done in the chat, right? 3 minutes on the clock. Doesn't have to be sexy, just needs to be you. Ready? 3, although you're all sexy, so it's fine. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, I think we're done. Now, Vorno, do you want to just jump in and show people this little captions thing that we're using and what people can actually do with this post? Would that be cool? Just
when you say the captions thing,
Yeah, just like the content creation thing, how Naz creates content with you using using the AI tools.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Sure can. Give me 2 seconds. Let's go sharesy screensy. Cool. So we've got a lot going on, and realized that I create content every single week by being on Solve It sessions. And so I've got my EA, Nadine. She is not creative. She's not a creative person. She will say that. That's not me being critical of her. But I tasked her with this thought, and I just said, hey, could you jump into this tool, Capwing, which kudos to Ty. He put me onto this one here. It's great. And she goes in here. She uploads a full Solve It session. So you guys have all been on Solve It sessions on a Wednesday before. She uploads a full one of those, feeds it into the machine. And here we go. It goes through. It takes about, I think she said it takes about 2.5 minutes. It diagnoses everything. It picks up the best pieces. So it goes, hey, here's a great piece of content. If information to be able to use. And then if I go into it, I can edit out some words. So if I found I've got some ums, some ahs, some unfun bits in there, I can remove my ums and ahs. If information, and then I go to
Sorry, you go, Bono.
subtitles. Is that what you're talking about, Rance?
Yeah, like what I'm saying is like a lot of people will get that video you've done now and you go, oh, it's just the same thing as we did with the text. You go, oh, I've written this text, but it's really, I would never post that because it looks terrible and it doesn't read right. But the kernel of what you've said is there. And you use AI and it basically expands it, or it zooms in on the best bits of it and it makes it a bit more polished.
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
You use a video script, you run the video, you turn it into a script, you talk into the video imperfectly like you would have with the text. You use a software like Capwing, you put the video in, and out of that 3 minutes, there's going to be 2 videos at least that will be solid, because you would have been able to take an insight, a nugget, and bang, you've got 2 or 3 videos right there from a 3 minute. So you've not only got text post, you've now got video, and you've got probably text and pictures. You could ask it to now grab some pictures for you as well and turn it into a quote card. Yep. And I think for that, if you did that every day, guys, 5 minutes to do the text, 5 minutes to do the video, run it into this, and you spend half an hour maximum on it, or you get a VA who can do it for you, then all of a sudden you have your content done, and the engagement on that is going to be better than it would be if you just keep running text posts all the time, because people want to see you. They want to see Tim, they want to see Derek, they want to see Catherine, they want to see Beth. And as much as you can do videos and text, I believe, text and pictures, video is also really important. And we have this thing, just last thing, Warner, do you want to just quickly talk about what we can do inside of the arena for people as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me find my face here. Okay, so what we've got inside the arena to further accelerate your reach is our engagement pod. And to put it nicely, it's an opportunity for us just to high five each other. But as we do that, it increases our reach. We know that inside of the LinkedIn algorithm, if you have people that like, comment, share within the first 60 to 90 minutes, you will get optimal reach. So what we have is we have a coordinated system to be able to do that every Tuesday and every Thursday. Inside the arena, on the left-hand side, there is this chat space called Engagement Pod Chat. And I've just pinned the rules of the chat to the top here, so you can come in here. But effectively, opt in by tagging the team and saying, hey, I want to join the engagement pod. And every Tuesday, every Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Brisbane time, post your content to LinkedIn, share the URL into the channel, and then we all react and comment on each other's posts. By doing this, your reach is absolutely magnified. And not just like, it isn't about, who cares if your reach is magnified to my audience. That's not what it's about. What's going to happen is every time someone likes or comments, it's going to promote it in your feed to your audience. So this isn't about you being seen on Catherine's feed or on Rob's feed or on Beth's feed. Whenever we comment and engage with your content, it floats it back to the top of your feed to your audience. So they are seeing more people engaging with it. They're seeing your content more often when you make the post. If you just make the post, if they happen to log in during that time, they might see it. But if you make the post and then I high five you, and then Catherine high fives you, and then Rob high fives you, your content stays higher longer inside of that. And so we've got that. It's something we do for free. You could just log in there. The only rule is, if you're going to do it, do it. If you stop engaging, then we'll just pull you out of the list. So just make sure you're in there. It's 2 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 10:30 a.m. You post and then react and comment to each other's posts, and watch your engagement go up through the roof. Yes, the better your content is, the better the reach you're going to have, but it doesn't hurt having a helping hand from some friends to boost it, promote it, and get you seen more often. So that's available inside the arena on the left-hand side under engagement chat, engagement pod chat. You can jump in there, tag the expert crew to get added to that, and start engaging with us every Tuesday. So in about 90 minutes time, you could be a part of today's pod.
And the best thing is you've got content to put in the pod now. So even better. How good's that? Something we prepared earlier. But that's the thing, guys. Just set a ritual, even if it's just Tuesday, Thursday, to have a couple of really solid posts that you like. Put it in there, share it. We can all help each other grow a bit quicker, and just make it part of your week to grow. As I said, like, ultimately, there's two types. Most people will spend a lot of time doing absolutely nothing. The first thing to do is start getting active. The second thing to do once you're starting to get active and you're into a rhythm is to layer in some passive stuff. So what people think about you, say about you, and know about you starts to become more widely known, and people who are looking at you or vetting you or researching you or wanting to see what you are and who you are and what you're about will be able to get a pretty good taste. And that's only going to complement and accelerate any interest that you're generating through your outreach, because you're a real person creating real content with great insights, and people can experience you before they buy from you. And I think that's really important right now in today's marketplace. So rock and roll. Team, great to have you on today. Any questions or anything you need, reach out, let us know. Have a lovely week, and we'll catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now. See ya. If you've liked today's masterclass, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment so we can hear from you and get this out to more consultants just like you who are looking to grow their practices to 500K and beyond. Helping consultants find their true worth and commercialize it in the marketplace is why we exist. If you'd like to learn how you can grow your consulting business, head on over to expertproject.com. Learn a bit more about what we do, download some more of our free resources, or follow us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want a direct access link into one of our teams so we can learn a bit more about your business, what you're wanting to create, and how we might be able to help, head on over to expertproject.com/launch. Give us a bit of detail about you, your business, and we look forward to having a chat with you and helping you grow your consulting business. In the meantime, take care and bye for now.